stars who brought you RuPaul's Drag Race and $1 Million Listing. This is World of Wonders Wow Report. Things that make us go wow.
Welcome, everybody.
Hello, oh my God.
Oh, yeah, I don't. Hello?
You want mine?
Hi.
Hey. Well, welcome, everybody. This is the Wow Report on Radio Andy, and we're having a very special edition. We are coming to you from DragCon. Yes, and we also have an audience, which is very exciting. I'm Fenton Bailey, co-founder of World of Wonder. I'm here with our usual suspects, Tom Campbell, our Chief Creative Officer.
Hello.
And, of course, literary sensation, James St. James.
It's me, oh my God.
But we also have a very special guest, Trinity. Welcome.
The Tuck Taylor.
Hi.
Everyone.
I'm sorry for the feedback. I think it's my silicone, so just bear with us.
Oh dear, wait, who is that? Is it us?
Check. I think we have a little technical.
How we doing now? I think maybe this needs to be right along. I don't know why, but
I don't know.
Is that me?
I really seriously think it's my silicone.
James, they set it up this way, so why don't you put it back just in case?
There?
No, this.
There?
Sorry.
And this makes scintillating radio.
Yay.
Very
We'll cut
exciting.
that part out, everyone. We'll cut that part out.
Yeah. Now, for the people who don't know, our listeners who don't know about DragCon, it really is one of the most exciting places on the planet.
It's true.
It's a 3-day convention here at the LA Convention Center. It's every drag queen you've ever heard of and 10,000 you've never heard of.
This is our 4th annual DragCon LA, and there are more queens under this roof than ever before. Something like 90 queens from RuPaul's Drag Race alone, not to mention the plethora of beautiful
young up-and-coming dragons.
Yeah, dragoons.
And some of the old ones that are still fierce and here.
Occur. Now, I was just with Trinity, the Tuck Taylor, in the UK, and I had the most amazing time with you. I didn't know how dark and twisted you could really be, and I think it was really sort of a shock to watch your act sort of evolve. Tell us a little bit about the evolution of Trinity's act.
No, let's jump straight to the dark and twisted part, please.
Yeah.
The dark and twisted. Well, you know, I think everybody's aware, like, I come from pageant, and from the South, so Southern drag is very in a box. And being put on the show, you get intermingled with a lot of different kinds of queens from all over with different backgrounds, and it like kind of forces your mind to get outside the box. And
so wait, this is a relatively new thing for you, the darkness and the craziness and the club kiddiness?
To this extent, absolutely, and I love it.
Yeah.
Bitch, fuck pageants, fuck crowns. I never want to do another one again. Give me fake blood any day.
Well, you know, it's interesting because the pageant scene, though, really does give you like a discipline, don't you think? That it gives you it's something to jump off of later on.
I will never really shun my roots of pageants. Pageants have really taught me drag. They've taught me how to be a professional. They've polished me. So I got a lot of great things from pageants, but I've gotten what I needed out of pageants. It's time to move on and de-evolutionize, de-drag a little bit. Let me just have some fun, you know?
Well, you know, because we were touring with Sasha Velour and Vander Von Odd and Hungry, a drag queen from Berlin who is just insane. And you fit right in the whole tone of it. It was just very oddball, wasn't it? It was just very insane.
And what did the British audiences make of it? Because I think British audiences have a more, they love sickness and twistedness, maybe a little bit more than in the States.
Absolutely, they do. They really appreciate outside the box and weird and campy and grungy and dirty, and I loved it. It was fun.
England is where, you know, the home of Blvd, and I mean, traditionally there's a lot of really crazy drag in the UK.
And you were wearing some extraordinary outfits. I saw you with a giant bird beak.
Well, the other girl, I had this sort of weird, penguin, Angelica Houston from The Witches, something circus going on. And when I pulled it out of the box, I saw all the other girls go, "What in the hell are you wearing?" Which is just very usual for me. But the last time I saw you, tell them what happened because I was very worried about you.
So we were in UK. We flew from the UK to DragCon, literally. So jet lag and all, we're here. But like right before you left,
Yeah.
because I had a couple of dates after, someone stole my phone.
Someone stole her damn phone from the dressing room.
From the dressing room. And let me tell you
Backstage.
how scary that is to be in a foreign country with no communication and knowing someone stole your
and
phone.
all your nudes just out there for everyone to look
Well,
at.
I'm
that's
not worried
already
about
out
that.
there.
Yeah, that's already out there.
But I'm thinking that there's a million drag queen phone numbers in there that somebody got. Every Bianca Del Rio.
I would have been happy to give it to him, sell it to him, honey. You can have that. Give me my phone.
But how, the thing is, backstage there's a camaraderie and there's a feeling of like sisterhood, and like it's a betrayal that like who would do something like that? It just felt very weird and very
James, me thinking you protested too much. Where's her phone, James?
Yeah, right.
Hand over.
Exactly.
Trinity, can I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course you can.
Now, one, you may get asked this a lot, but I've never heard you answer this.
Okay.
Because you may remember Saturday Night Live last year, the Chris Pine sketch.
Yes.
Where they talked about Trinity, the tuck, Taylor.
Yes.
The tuck part is very important. Trinity has the tightest tuck. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's too late for you.
It's the opposite of a meaty tuck.
Yes, it's a tight tuck. It's like if that, she's sitting on a secret, or it's. What is the secret to the tight Trinity tuck?
I've branded myself as the tuck, and there's a lot of amazing entertainers that have a fucking fierce tuck. But the secret is, bitch, you better pray. You better pray, because duct tape is not meant for a penis. It is not. And
Well, didn't you have a problem when you were there?
Let me
Had
tell you, no.
ripped something off or something?
no, taping constantly.
It's tape.
It's tape.
You're
it's
taping
adhesive.
your balls.
Yes. You're pulling skin. It's not your friend. I don't suggest doing it unless you're a professional and don't have hair there. So that's
All
my
right, I have a
suggestion.
dirty question. If there's children, block your ears. But like they say, you shouldn't swim until a half hour after after you've eaten. You shouldn't swim. How long can you make love after you've untucked?
There's not a time limit. It's just you need to go shower, bitch. 'Cause that is. I mean, some people are into that. Some people are into that. You got me. You caught me.
I'm stuck on your sequin.
You're stuck on my sequin.
Well, I see.
There we go.
I have another question.
Okay.
You've been doing drag for how long?
15 years.
15 years.
Uh-huh.
Last year, you're not in this season, but last season you were on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yep.
Seen around the world.
Uh-huh.
How has your life and your career in drag changed?
Oh, bitch. I mean, first of all, nothing can prepare you for the fandom of RuPaul's Drag Race. There is no other fandom like it in the entire world for
Is
anything.
it fair to say that RuPaul's Drag Race fans are the best fans in the
It
world?
is amazing.
Yes! Yes!
They are the best, and y'all are also the craziest. Let me tell you. And no, it's changed my life. I'm about to buy a house, something I never thought I would be able to do. I come from very humble beginnings, where before Drag Race, I was hoping to pay my bills with drag, but that was it. Now I'm able to afford things that I didn't think I was able to before. So, drag has changed my life. Drag Race has afforded me to do that. So I'm very grateful.
It's on an international scale. It is so interesting to see people's reaction to Drag Race girls at the airports, in the craziest plate corners of the world.
Yes.
You would never expect.
You would never know.
Yeah.
Can I ask? So with your newfound fame and a little bit more cash,
Yep.
Is there one extravagance that you just said, I'm buying it, I'm doing it, I don't care, it's an extravagance?
Well, a house to me is a pretty extravagant thing.
That's smart though.
But of course, I'm gonna keep going with plastic surgery, bitch.
Anything new? Anything new we should know about?
I got my nose done. He was a little too conservative, so I'm going back in January.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna get it cut off some more. But I want to have some veneers soon. I just want some big horse teeth, girl. I want Asia O'Hara in my mouth. That came out wrong. I want Asia O'Hara's teeth in my mouth.
Family show here, just remember.
Hey, I'm from Alabama. Family.
Well, tell us what merch. Tell us what merch you have this time that you didn't have before.
I have.
We are.
Thank you so much for that announcement.
That's
I have like 5 different shirts. I have 4 different pins. I have hats. I have a new book. Some amazing shit. Just go see me. I'm at 224.
Did you write a book or is it a picture book?
It's a coffee book, so it's
I
a
had
picture
a-
book.
I had
Ain't
a
nobody
feeling.
want to read nothing. Ain't nobody want to read nothing. They just want to see pretty pictures, bitch.
I can attest to that.
Trinity Tuck, you're an amazing queen. You always turn out the looks. You are so funny. I'm so glad you're part of the Drag Race family and so excited that you joined us here on the Wow Report. Let's get a big wow
Thank
for Trinity
you.
Tuck.
Thank
Wow!
you. Yes.
Wow!
Yay. Thank you for having me. I have fun.
All right.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
Nice to see you again. Glad to see everything great.
Thank you. I'll hug.
Trinity Taylor, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Yay!
Thank you.
So we have to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Wow Report on Radio Andy, Sirius XM, and we are coming to you from RuPaul's DragCon in Los Angeles.
Wow.
You're listening to World of Wonders Wow Report.
In a world on the brink of chaos, where fear is the rule of the land,
We will build the wall.
the voices of a generation have banded together. Bianca Del Rio, Adore Delvado, Valentina, Latrice Royale, and Detox, with the supermodel of the world, RuPaul, to give our planet what it needs. Baby drag queens.
Yes, set phasers to stunning.
Ooh, snap.
Oh, maybe you're just not cut out to be a real queen.
Because reading is what?
Fundamental.
What day are you supposed to be, cornball?
I'm a Taurus day.
That's not even.
Glitter powers activate.
My best friends in the entire world made this dress for me out of love and kindness and sisterhood. It's priceless and it's not for sale.
I'll give you $10,000.
Sold.
Yeah. I'm still offended.
But give me a taco.
And we're back.
We're back. Oh my God! Yay!
Oh my God.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh. Hi, hi. Hi, come sit down. Gorgeous. Come sit. Let me pull this out. There's spangles, there's sequins, there's glitter all on the floor here.
So, welcome back to the Wow Report. We're coming to you from RuPaul's DragCon in Los Angeles in the big giant hall here at the Convention Center. And I am so excited to welcome to the show, in addition to Tom, of course, and James St. James, but really excited to welcome Art and Pan, who should need no introduction, but they are the hosts, the co-hosts of RuPaul's Drag Race Thailand, which I am equally excited to tell you, you can now watch in English on Wow Presents Plus.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Yay, girl. Oh my God.
I have to tell you, the show is so entertaining. I don't need it in translation. I
Well,
mean, it is just an amazing watch.
You know that's just it. We got before we got the translated version. We got a preview of it, and drag is just an international language.
Yeah.
Like you know what is going on. You don't have to know. Like everyone is snapping and yelling and crying and causing scenes and everything.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as Drag Race America. I mean, it's the exact same. We didn't need to know the translation, but
Yeah.
I'm glad we have it now.
Yeah, shade is a universal language.
Shade
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
Now, did you guys fuck it up?
We hope not.
Did you fuck it up?
No, not at all.
Speak really close to the
Oh,
mic.
no, not at all.
You were, I mean, I had the honor to be out in Thailand earlier this year for a quick visit just to make sure everything was going sort of more or less as planned. I gotta tell you, these guys were so organized. They did it so fast.
I heard that that you guys got the set up in one day or something like that. It was just like absolutely insane.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I work on the drag race here in Hollywood, and Fenton's coming back like, do it in one day, set up the set, get it done faster. You ruined it for us. Thank you very much.
No, actually, if we have the same amount or same budget as you have, we would have done it in 3 days too, you know. But then, no, we have only that tiny amount of budget, so everybody has to hurry.
No, I mean they don't only use us for a host. They use us for construction as well. So that's why it was faster. That's why.
If you want to get something done, have a drag queen do it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to know what you think the difference is between the Thailand queens and the American queens.
Ooh, good question. You answer.
And be as shady as you want.
No, actually, for me personally, you know, after watching the whole series of EP1, EP2 until season 10 now, right?
Yeah.
I think Thai queen are a little bit more like mild size. You know, they're not that, you know, bitchy fighting.
Well, is that because they by season 10, when you guys, well, do you think that it'll be a little more?
No, I saw a lot. Like, okay, you had big fight from season 2 or season 3. I can't remember exactly. And then something going on, you know, rather 6 or 7 again. And then now 10, a lot of fight between Vixen and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, from Thailand, this is the first season. And okay, as a host, and I did the casting myself too. So we try to portray the girls that have only positive energy.
Yeah.
For the first season, because we don't want, you know, I don't want to control drama too much in the game. So,
well, do you think that that's something just in the Thai culture that it's probably a little more polite than American
Well,
culture?
we're leaving the assholes to season 2. They're coming for season 2.
That's what I'm gonna say. That's you know, we have a lot of girls that very bitchy and, you know, mean attitude, but I don't mind them at all. But I save them for, you know, later on.
And we can reveal there is going to be a season 2, isn't that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can say it, right?
Well, we're gonna get sued. It's kind of too late. So. I mean, to answer your question, the difference between drag in America and in Thai, first of all, I think drag culture comes from the West. It's a Western culture, so we're really inspired by, you know, the queens here. I'm really inspired by the queens here. You know, the way that you portray music and the editing and the costumes and everything. It's such a difference. And of course, Thai people, we're very open with trans culture due to, you know, us being a Buddhist country. And, you know, Buddhism, it's kind of like a guideline. If you're not killing anyone, you're fine. So in that way, it helps the openness and the culture to allow drag. But, you know, here it's so cultured that we look up to what you guys do.
Now, do you find that you're being recognized here in America? Are you getting stopped in like
Today,
the airport?
yes.
And here, definitely.
Yes, today, yes.
People say I'm Manila Luzon all the time. I'm like, oh my God.
And I'm Tammy.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
We did a picture together, and I find like we have something a little bit.
What are some of the differences that fans can expect watching the 2 shows? How would you characterize some of the differences? Because you stick to the format pretty closely, right? But there are some differences.
In the beginning, let's just say that the whole production follow, you know, the step of the format like 80%, and then we try to put a little bit of Thai touch in it. Then later on, after episode 4, I don't know what's going on, but they completely let me, you know, creative more, put more, a lot of things, come, more, kind of, you know. So for me, it's like the difference between the 2. I think, I don't know, because I didn't work for you guys here yet. But yes, not yet. But in Thailand, I think it's kind of, we try to put a little bit more culture, Thai culture in the game. More than, we don't see much of the culture, I mean, in terms of general culture in the American version, but in Thai version, we do have a lot.
I love your dynamic in the show. You sort of have great chemistry between the 2 of you.
Yeah.
Have you known each other forever? How do you know each other?
We worked together before. But
I did her house cleaning for some time.
now, Pan perform on the stage for one of my show. I direct that show. So we know each other and worked together before.
And it was the last time I ever worked on stage again until this show. So thank you. No, yeah, we've known each other for quite some time. We're like have a sister kind of like relationship. Yeah.
One of the things, like, I guess it's a health and safety thing, but one of the judges, I don't want to give too much away, but for the first episode, one of the judges was wearing an outfit made entirely out of Chinese firecrackers.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing.
Real firecrackers.
Real fire. Strike a match, and I mean, it was extraordinary.
Wow.
The bitch actually put the firecracker in water so it doesn't set off, but I had my lighter nearby the whole time.
It's a one case where you hope that their pussy is not on fire. All right?
Otherwise, we all die. Yes. No.
What are your experiences here in America, Pam Pam? How is it for you?
Well, I studied in LA for 4 years, so holla! Hey! I miss LA so much. I love the frozen yogurt here. Froyo! And I love the sun tanning. So, I mean, I've never been to DragCon before. It's so beautiful, and oh my God, it's a collection of artistic creativity and so many young generation are being themselves at this early age is so beautiful and inspiring even to me. Yeah.
One of my favorite parts is to see the mothers and the kids and everything and the grandparents. And there's, I don't know if you guys saw Desmond. It is amazing, the 10-year-old. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of just beautiful, beautiful family moments. And it's such a gorgeous feeling here. I think that tomorrow is going to be even crazier than today. This is the calm before the storm.
Well, from where we're sitting, DragCon really is a family event. There is a bouncy hut over there. We have like a kids' village, and there's little baby drag queens bouncing up and down in a bouncy house. It's the best place.
I mean, I think I want to add in terms of what the show does in RuPaul's Drag Race, and I hope one day that the show in Thailand can do as well, is that they show light that drag culture inspires people of a younger generation, and it's not about sex or gender, but it's about entertainment. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen to that. I mean,
can I get an amen?
Yes.
Amen.
Woo! And just being your most fabulous self every moment of every day.
Creativity as well, expression.
On my last night in Thailand, I went to, what was the name of the bar, the tiny bar in Bangkok?
Stranger Bar.
Stranger Bar. I tell you, this bar is, how can I describe the size of this bar? It's the size of a studio apartment in New York.
Half of this table.
Half of this table.
What's the clientele at the bar, Fenton?
Gay and gorgeous. And Pam Pam performed the most incredible medley, part of which required sliding down a pair of stairs.
So if there's a pole, I'll get on it.
Yeah. And it's a medley, right? It's a medley.
It is it's a selection of songs, so I don't know the real definition of a medley, so I have to Google it, but I think it is. It's a selection of songs, yes.
Very good.
Well, thank you so much. And are you selling anything while you're here? Have you got any
have
merch?
Do you have a booth? Do you have any t-shirts?
Any merchandise or anything?
No, we're selling our live right now. Live.
We don't have anything that we brought to sell, but if you want to buy something off us, talk to us backstage.
How much are the earrings? How much are the earrings?
Oh. Let's do it. Let's do
$10,
it.
$10.
The bidding now.
So give a big hand for Art and Pam Pam from Drag Race Thailand.
Thank you.
And I'm going to see you both on Monday, right? You're coming into the office?
Yes.
And be sure to sign up if you don't already to Wow Presents Plus. It is $3.99 a month, which is less than the price of a latte. But so much more, right?
And more filling.
And more filling, yes. Thank you. We're going to
you.
take a quick break. We'll be right back. Radio Andy Wow Report on Sirius XM.
You're listening to World of Wonders Wow Report.
Wow, this is a lovely tree.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful?
Where'd you get it?
IKEA. Girl, they gave me an Allen wrench and everything.
Oh, look what I got you.
What?
A latte.
Oh! I'm lactose.
Oh, girl, what is that, bitch?
This is my latte for $3.99.
Boyfriend, I got you a latte.
Thank you.
How's that latte, sis?
Oh my God, sis. You know what? It's actually pretty good.
God, I'm so cold. I'm so thirsty. I wish I had a hot beverage to drink. Like a latte. Oh, pretend boyfriend. Oh, thank you. How much was this latte?
It's $3.99.
How convenient. That's the same price as a Wow Presents Plus subscription every month.
What is Wow Presents Plus?
Bitch, you get all the content on there, girl. All the drag queens for $3.99. Bitch, you get the full juice.
The full judge for $3.99 for the whole month?
$3.99.
Well, in that case, bling, sign me up, honey.
$3.99 a day?
No, $3.99 a month. Bob the drag queen told us that's 13 cents a day. How many days in that month, Bob? 30-something.
Stuff that pussy up with Wow Presents Plus. You can have access to all exclusive content.
Ad-free.
Ad-free.
Yeah, and that really sweet taste in the back?
Yeah.
That's
What is that?
viewers like you. Subscribers help us make quality content.
So support Wow Presents, support the gay content, support the many things that Wow Presents puts together for you, and spend $3.99, the price of a latte for my boyfriend.
A month. And here's the real trick. It's not coffee.
What is it?
It's gayness.
Don't know what to get the Wow fan in your life? Get them this. A subscription to Wow Presents Plus. It's only $3.99 a month. That's it.
It's the gift that keeps on living.
Ow, slay more.
And make sure you're not latte to the party. Am I right? Is this almond milk?
No.
Oh God, I'm gonna shit myself.
Girl, you don't know the vision that just walked in, Fenton.
Welcome back to the Wow Report on Radio Andy Sirius XM. We're here at DragCon in Los Angeles. I'm here with James and James.
Starting.
And Tom Campbell.
Hello, dear.
And extra special super duper guest, Alexis Michelle.
Oh my goodness. And just, I mean, literally a dream, a vision.
Yes.
She looks a little bit like Endora meets Anne Margaret meets, what else do we have? And Varla Jean Merman is in there.
Chlamydia.
Chlamydia.
I'll take it all.
But you look absolutely beautiful. And congratulations, you have an album out.
I do, and I brought gifts.
Yeah.
Thank you for everybody. Love Fool.
Thank you.
I have one, so maybe we should give one away to an audience member.
Yes, what a good idea.
So somebody has to do a tap dance. What should we have them do? Should they do karaoke?
I need to see, as the resident Broadway queen of season 9, I need to see a double time step.
Oh, anybody?
Anybody got a single time step? Who can fake a time step?
Oh, wait, we got...
Does it? Oh! Is that Blair St. Clair? Come get your copy of Love Fool.
Gorgeous. I love that. So tell us a little bit about making the album and how long it's been in production and the songs you picked.
We got it rolling as far as picking material and everything last November. And I got into the studio for the first time late December, but really, we laid my stuff down in January and February.
Now, is this something that are you a singer this is something that you've been working for a long time?
Yeah, I always, as someone who always wanted to be on Broadway, I always fantasized, what would my solo album look like?
Right.
And so this is like Alexis Michelle, star of Drag Race and Broadway, almost. This is her solo album. That's what it is. And so there's a bit of pop, there's a couple show tunes, and probably a couple things that people wouldn't expect.
Have I Stayed Too Long at the Fair is one of my favorites.
Isn't that wonderful?
I love that. Yeah, that's it. Did you write any of the songs?
These are all covers.
They're covers?
They're standards, they're pop songs, they're rock songs. Actually, it's funny you said that you love I Stayed Too Long at the Fair. My wonderful music director and producer, Brandon James Gwynn, said, we were talking about the breakdown of theater songs versus non-theater songs. And he said, I said, actually, Brandon, there's more, pop songs than theater songs. And he said, well, how are you counting that? And that was one he brought up. And I said, it's a trunk song. It's a standard. It's not from a show. Because there was a time when, like standards, that kind of music
was popular music in this country. It's not anymore, but
But you're bringing it all back. You're serving the children.
You're teaching the children. Come suckle from mother's teat.
Can I ask you? I'm asking, but I know the answer. You've been hosting a little bit of Lip Sync for Your Lives here on the runway.
We had an epic lip sync
Right?
for your life
Yes.
here. It was magical. The children brought their passion, their lip syncing, and their flexibility.
I was shocked because it's one of the features here is we have the runway and people get to come and strut their stuff, but they were like death drops.
Oh.
There was like a lot of flexibility. I was worried if we were covered insurance-wise.
And what
Fenton.
about the backward somersaults? That was incredible.
Endless. By both. One and then the next. It was magical.
What? Because we had Trinity here earlier in the show. You're both the same season.
Yes.
So you auditioned for Drag Race year after year after year. You've
Yeah.
been doing drag. You're a veteran. People know you in New York, but now they know you on Drag Race. What's changed about your life right now?
Well, I mean, the most obvious change is I've been traveling the world, and that's really amazing. But aside from that, the thing that I'm most grateful to all of you for is that it's the first time in my life. In New York, everybody hustles. Yeah. And I don't mean prostitution unless you do, which is fine. No shame. But everybody hustles, meaning you do this job, then you do this job at night, then on the weekends you do this.
Right. And you still can't afford your,
and you
your
still
studio
can't afford
apartment.
shit.
Yes.
So
You remember well.
The big change is that for the first time in my life, I'm doing my passion for my career.
That's wonderful.
That's a gift beyond measure.
And don't thank us, we thank you. Every year, the queens that come to RuPaul's Drag Race, they reinvent the show every year. We just have to like sort of show up and make sure the lights are facing the right way. And yeah, what an amazing season. Are you enjoying this season of RuPaul's Drag Race?
Oh my God, of course.
Do you have a favorite? Can you say it?
Exactly.
Well, of course, I was very sad to see my good Judy, Dusty Ray Bottoms, go.
I love Dusty Ray Bottoms. He is so cute. I really had such a
Isn't he
crush on
amazing?
him. Yes.
A true original.
Yes.
That's what I love about Dusty. But this season is so packed of talent. I think that's why it was hard to see the contestants go, is because it's a really, really strong season.
And we're at such an interesting point right now where every single one of them could be the winner. Every single one has
enough
potential.
pageant talk. Give me your top three right now. Who are they this season for RuPaul's Drag Race?
Top three, I'm going to say Miss Cracker.
Okay.
Asia O'Hara.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to give it up for my season 9 sis, Eureka O'Hara.
Okay.
All right.
I don't
have
know.
to say those are my top three.
But Aquaria is, I mean, just every
Listen,
single, yeah.
Aquaria is everything. She owns life.
Yes.
She may win Drag Race. She may not win Drag Race, but everyone has won already. And no, I mean, I look at her Instagram like a stalker.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, every single time, I'm like, do you ever fuck it up?
Never. No.
Never.
In the past episode, it was a glitterific was the challenge, but Aquaria was wearing basically the Met Ball theme, which was kind of like fashionable Catholicism.
That's right.
So, and we tape, 8-9 months ahead of time.
So you had no idea,
So
yeah.
Aquaria's got her finger on the pulse before there is even a pulse.
Setting trends, darling.
As you travel around the world, where do you get the most? I'm curious to kind of hear about the reception you get in different countries and where you feel there's the most.
Well,
who gets it the most?
I know right off the bat, though, that Brazil and Chile are
Come
the
to
banana.
Brazil.
Come to Brazil, yes.
But as far as the travels I've done in the last year, and Fenton, your accent is not a setup for this answer, but truly, the people in the UK are next level. What I love about everybody in the UK is they enjoy you if they know you from something they've seen you in.
Yeah.
But they don't treat you any differently. And that's what I love about people in the UK. They're excited, they scream, but they don't really give a shit, as about celebrity in that way.
Right.
And I find it very refreshing.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned South America because there is a version of Drag Race on in South America, on in Chile. It's called The Switch,
Wow.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
That's
and
right.
season 2 just wrapped up, and I think it got something like a 29% share, which is like sort of unheard of.
In a very Catholic country, too.
Yes.
And Gia Gunn was in it, right? Wasn't
That's
Gia?
right. There
Yeah.
I've seen the show, but I can't figure out what's going on. But that doesn't matter.
Who cares?
It's very
Drag.
different. It's very different. Set in a studio.
Yeah.
But you're right. The Brits have a sort of
A sang-froid.
we also have a kind of tradition of camp. I mean,
That's
you
right.
know, Are You Being Served is one of my favorite shows, and In fact, Danny LaRue was a sort of old drag queen when I was growing up. We had a show on Sunday evening, so on the BBC after Songs of Praise, which was people singing hymns, you'd have the Danny LaRue show. You know, so it's like we have a strong drag tradition.
And you also have the panto.
Yes,
so yeah.
Yes, indeed. And of course, at all boys' schools, the boys had to play the girls because there were no girls around.
Well, I think that's wonderful.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining
Give
us.
it up for Alexis Michelle, everyone.
Everybody get
And
the album.
Definitely
Yes.
buy, stream, steal Alexis Michelle Love Fool, her
Yes.
new CD.
Thank you all.
Love it. Love you here.
Fabulous. Yay.
I love your commercial love too.
So we have to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the sort of live version of the Wow Report coming from DragCon. James St. James is throwing me his usual shady board
No. You always think that I'm giving you evil looks, and I never. I give you such love. I just have a resting bitch face.
We'll be right back after the break.
You're listening to World of Wonders Wow Report. Things that make us go wow.
ขอต้อนรับเข้าสู่รายการ Drag Race Thailand มาบูไฮIt's me
ชื่อแซนจาจานะครับ and I'm from the Philippines
จ้าอันนั้นหน้าหรือสวนสัตว์เปิดอ่ะทำไมมันขนาดนี้นาตาเลียเดริสดอนาตาเลียจอไม่ต้องเลียดอ
บีเอลล่านะครับบีย่อมาจากบิ๊กเอลล่าจริงๆความหมายคือ
เอลเฟนหรือเปล่านมชิดมากชิดจักรแล้อะค่ะ
แล้วไงอ่ะ
แล้วซิซิดาว่าเอาตรงๆเลยนะคะแก่ออยไม่คุยด้วยเครื่องดื่มพิษครูพิษครูไม่อยากกินจากแก้วอยากกินจากกอกมากการแข่งขันในครั้งนี้เอาความแซ่บความเผ็ดความซ่าของพวกคุณออกมาโชว์ให้หมดเทคนิคในการถ่ายภาพครั้งนี้คือไม่มีเทคนิคค่ะเปิดตาเพราะหนูพังอ่ะคือกูพังกูพูดเทคนิคยังไงกูไม่รู้
ชิบหอยแล้วกูใบตองให้กูเอามาลองน้ำเหลืองแต่กูไม่ได้เป็นไข้ทรพิษนะ
มดไม่มั่นใจเลยมดแต่งตัวน้อยกว่าเพื่อนเลยอะค่ะถ้าหนูมี30คะแนนหนูก็ให้30คะแนนนะคะถึงเวลาของการ Lip Sync for Your Life ชุดราตรีต้องออกมาสวยแน่
ๆเดี๋ยวก่อนเดี๋ยวกูจะหาวิธีกรีดชุดมึง
Don't fuck it up แล้วพบกันนะคะSee ya
Welcome back to the Wow Report on Radio Andy Sirius XM. We're coming to you from DragCon. We're in the South Hall at the Los Angeles Convention Center. 3 days of fun, drag queens, panels, signings.
Cute boys,
parties.
hot outfits, high heels, lip gloss.
Hi, queens.
Hi, queen.
Yes.
There you go.
And I'd like to welcome our very special guest, Morgan McMichaels.
Yay!
Thank you.
Can I just tell you, the Wow Report is so much better in drag. Am I right? Is this the most exciting?
Yeah, well, we did it the first time in the little window at World of
Yeah,
Wonders. That was great. When you were in Colorado, darling. You were giving
that's right. I was phoning in, right?
Yeah.
Sundance.
But this is more fun, and we're doing it live, which is even more fun.
And you look absolutely stunning.
I love
they
it.
can't see it, but this is sort
It's
of
a gorgeous-
a Westwoody sort of number.
Well, I have a great face for radio, so yeah. There's definitely that.
But I'm loving the hair color too.
Yes. How would you describe the color? It's sort of orangey sherbet.
Apricot.
Apricot.
I
love it.
I want to ask, because you're not this is not your first time at the DragCon.
No, God, no.
Is this your fourth at LA?
I've been here every LA DragCon.
God bless you.
But this is my first year having a booth.
What's it like? What's it? Right?
Well, it's actually killing me.
Tell us the business.
Well, because the first year I just kind of walked around. The
Okay.
second year I walked around, but I had a red radio flyer wagon.
I remember that. It was kind of a mobile booth. You were
Yes.
selling merch from a wagon.
Yes, and
I
then
like
last
that.
year I brought no merch, but I had a hover round and I drove.
Oh, I remember.
around
Yes.
DragCon.
Good times, good
And I
memories.
would bust through Trixie's line or Katya's line and just completely plow people over. It was great.
But you do stand to make a lot of money when you have your booth, right?
You do, and it's worth every penny. And I'm surrounded by amazing girls.
Does your booth have a theme?
My whole booth is a Scottish pub.
Oh.
Does that mean it's all warm ale?
The only thing that's warm in my booth is my mouth.
Oh. And hot little ginger boys.
So are you pulling pints at the?
I'm not pulling. I'm pulling something else. Well, that's a thing you have to see when you come visit booth 513.
And tell us a little bit about some of the merch you have this year. What are you selling?
Everything but in the kitchen sink. I
Gotcha.
have got condoms. I have pop sockets.
Morgan McMichael condoms?
Morgan McMichael condom. Well, no one ever said I was classy. Okay?
That's, you know what, you're
No one
absolutely
ever
right.
said that.
No one, ever.
No one ever said I was nice either. But,
But they're lying.
but they're lying. But I have everything: T-shirts and tote bags and everything.
What do you find sells the best? What are the best selling
I have
items?
been, and I actually have CDs.
Oh,
because I just released my brand new single today called "Yas, Bitch."
Congratulations.
And the Why You Mad Though CD has been selling a lot for my talent show.
Yes.
It's just a great place to be. We're surrounded by our tribe. This is our tribe.
Yes, beautiful
These
people.
people are amazing. Everyone is here in drag in one way or another, so we love that.
And who do you get excited to see? Who that you don't get to see most?
Well, I really kind of gag because Cheryl Lee Ralph is across the way.
Oh.
The original Dream Girl,
original
Dina.
Dream Girl.
Uh-huh.
And Kimchi is right there, and I just keep seeing her. And my booth is behind Detox's, so I keep getting to see her run out to smoke cigarettes.
I have seen her
It's
go through
the-
security like several times.
It's
like
the
in
little
and out.
things
Yeah.
that make my little cold black heart happy.
Can I ask you, because you are, not only are you a RuPaul's Drag Race alum, you are an all-star, baby. You, come on, give it up, give it up. With on record, the tightest lip sync in RuPaul's Drag Race history. Let's
I
not
know,
forget
right?
that.
I don't know if the fans agree with that, but RuPaul said it, so that makes it gospel.
I was there, and it was tight. Let me ask you, because you were in season 2.
Yes.
Long time ago.
Oh,
You know,
those years ago.
No, but helped set the standard for the rest of the girls.
Right.
You came back to All Stars 3 last year.
Yes.
And a whole new audience on VH1. What's different? What's changed? How, has it affected your life in a good way, a bad way? Let us know.
There is no drag queen from Drag Race that can say, there's no drag queen anywhere that can say Drag Race hasn't helped their career.
Right.
Because it has grown such a massive audience. People are in love with drag. Drag Race has done nothing but help the community on every angle of the ladder. I'm talking about drag queens that have been on the show. Clubs are making money. The people that work in the clubs, the bartenders, the other drag queens, everybody's making money down the chain because of RuPaul's Drag Race. And it's a fucking epic thing for our community. And it's making our visibility so much stronger. So
A high tide lifts all boats.
Yes. And when I see queens, and let's talk about it, when I see queens talking shit about Drag Race or World of Wonder, they've lost their minds because their pride and their ego have come into play, and they don't see the forest for the trees.
It is sort of a drag revolution, and I see a lot of drag queens who haven't been on Drag Race or big stars before Drag Race. At first there was kind of this apprehension about Drag Race, but now I see drag superstars with Drag Race queens working together, doing plays, doing parodies, traveling Europe together. So it really is like the golden age of drag.
Look at how many queens we have here. Look, Diva, Diva. We're seeing makeup and fabulous wigs and just fierce bitches.
And bio queens and
I love bio queens. Can I just put that out there?
And the young drag tots and there's a little something of everyone.
And us old ladies.
Oh yeah. Drag grannies.
I always say that if you go to Comic-Con or something, people dress up like Superman or Wonder Woman. They get in costume. Here at Drag Race, people just express themselves. It's like, I'm Lobster Tree Man Woman, and it's like, yes, you are work fears.
We have this amazing runway this year, and it's so much more open. Do you guys like this space this
A
year?
little more space, a little more room to breathe. Yeah.
I walked this yesterday in my flat shoes, in my boy shoes, and I was like, let me go see when we set up the booth or whatever. And I walked, and I was like, oh my God. There is every walk of life. And if you want to do drag, this is the place to actually come be a drag queen. You can buy hair and lashes and pantyhose and titties and heels and all of it.
Do you shop here at DragCon?
I sure do, but I'm about to go hit all these stores up. Are you crazy? We have India Farah down here making amazing, amazing costumes.
Yeah.
We have Manaz by Tony over there making costumes. And
Do
you
we
can
also
get
have
makeup.
the wigs for dogs this year? Have you seen those?
I'm wearing one.
That's one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite booths last year.
Can I tell you my favorite booth this year that I walked by?
The bar over there.
I like the bar. Is RuPaul's Drag Race, which is one of my favorite Instagram accounts,
yes.
where someone takes their cat and puts and recreates all the Drag Race looks. Th're here in person.
Oh, no.
RuPaul's
Oh,
right here.
fabulous.
Now, but
Right
is
here.
the cat here?
It's the cat's here. It might be missing. Everyone, look for the cat. Look for the cat.
Look for the pussy.
You know, when you were eliminated from All Stars, it was the first episode, and it was so great because we were at Sundance, at the Sundance Film Festival. There was a fantastic event at Sundance Film Festival. We did a screening, and you were so kind. You came out all the way to Sundance, and then after the screening, surprised the audience, and they just went wild. It was an amazing experience. You know, you're up in the snow, and the last thing you expect to see, you've just watched Morgan McMichaels get eliminated, and woo, there she is.
She tore it up.
It was so much fun.
It wasn't just that, you know, it was the fact that you stayed around and worked every single person at that party. You were so hardworking and just generous. Exactly. It was like everyone had the best time because everyone in that room, it was an amazing, I get a little verklempt talking about it.
Well, I feel like when you do gigs, like there's 100+ of us now, but even no matter where you are, RuPaul has made us stars, but we still represent the brand. We still represent the family of World of Wonder and RuPaul's Drag Race. So I would be horrified if anybody was like, oh, she was kind of a dick, because that reflects on the family. So we work better together and take every picture. My feet are bleeding like a motherfucker. But you know what? I will cut my legs off and be in here in a wheelchair tomorrow. So hey, you know, you do for the family because the family does for us.
Why we love Morgan McMichaels.
Yeah.
All-star.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Of
Have
course.
a fantastic DragCon.
I'm going to.
Can't wait to see you again soon.
I love you guys very much.
Anytime.
And welcome back to America, James.
Yeah.
Oh, I made it back by the skin of my
tour.
teeth. Wow.
The
Yes.
tour.
I did UK with the girls, and it is that thing. I have a whole new respect for what you all do.
Girl.
It was a 3-hour show every single night, and I just went back and collapsed. And then they kick you out of the hotel, 7 a.m., and you're on the train, and you do it again.
And James, you didn't have to tuck, and you got to wear flat shoes.
It is
So
true.
it's
It's very
you weren't even in the
true.
same league.
Yes,
Come on.
I know.
All right, I love you boys very much. Thank you guys so much for paying attention. Make sure you guys subscribe to Wow Presents and buy Wow Presents Plus. If you can buy somebody's 8x10, buy Wow Presents Plus because you get a whole month of entertainment for $3.99. And
Preach.
it's important to support, right?
Oh my God,
All right, we gotta
can
pay
come back
Morgan. We gotta
No,
pay
you don't have to pay me. I'm just trying to get a fucking web series. I love you guys.
Thank you.
Hey, oh my God.
Bye.
I love you. You're listening to the Wow Report on Radio Andy, Sirius XM. We'll be right back with more from DragCon LA. Yay!
You're listening to World of Wonders Wow Report.
Hey guys, it's Tatiana, and I'm super excited about my new show, Tea with Tati, on Wow Presents Plus. Now you may ask yourself, how can I watch that? How much does it cost? Well, I can tell you this, it's not very expensive. It's $3.99 a month. $3.99 a month is cheaper than getting a small popcorn at the movie theaters these days. Don't be cheap. Also watch my show. Tastes like a bargain. Now that's a good choice.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Detox.
God.
Good God.
Oh, God, girl. You got a grip.
Oh my God. Oh my God, what a nut! What is this? What is going on? We have with us the most fabulous, the most wonderful, the most gorgeous Neon Detox.
Well, yes.
Is this your natural color?
It's my natural color.
Welcome back to the Wow Report. We're here at RuPaul's DragCon in LA, and so excited to be joined by Detox. This is one of those occasions where I feel radio falls short because
you have no idea what
the
we're
vision
looking at right
before
now.
me-
I have no idea what I'm looking at.
What is it? Can you describe what the look is? Can you
Walk
tell
us
us?
through it.
Mine or yours?
Well, darling, yours.
I'm judging everybody tonight. That's what's happening. So if anybody has any legal disputes that they need solved, come find me at booth 415, and I will be making all kinds of
Judgments.
assessments and judgments and
Because
sending people to jail.
that is a chartreuse peruke. It's a peruke, right, James? The
Is that what it
judge's
is?
wig.
It's something.
Well, it's there's like a neon yellow, piss yellow, and neon green thing
Chartreuse.
happening.
I drank too much Red Bull is what it is. I peed on myself, and this is what I got.
Very fab. And who made your outfit? Where did you get this?
I got this from the Lady High, Dallas Coulter, who makes a lot of my things. I sent her a little Wigs and Grace made the hat, and Violet gloves over there. Acid Betty's sister made my gloves.
Gorgeous. Oh,
It takes a village, darling.
It takes a village.
What is this? This is not your first DragCon.
Oh no.
Have you been to all the LA DragCons?
I've been to all but the first one.
Okay, and have you been to New York?
Oh yes.
Are you going to New York again? Because that's coming
Oh,
up.
yes.
That's coming up.
Well, tell us a little bit. Tell us the difference between the LA and the New York, because that I found it was very different.
It was very different. LA, honestly, it has more families. And that's what I love that the most. Like, there's so much more family involvement. There's a lot of grouping, and it's like, New York was very New York. It was a lot of, fans for sure, but it was a lot of industry, a lot of artists, which is also amazing. It's like a completely different mentality and a different mind. Oh, there we go. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
So I had to get up on the shit.
So now we have to start.
It's a whole
You know how to do that, don't you? Yeah, I thought so.
But speaking of families, you can catch me here on Sunday hosting the children's runway right here.
Oh, fabulous!
Yeah.
How did you get approved to run
I
the
have no
children's
idea.
runway?
I don't know why they put me right next to the children's play area, but there I am.
What kind of merch are you offering the children here?
What am I not offering them? I think that we have like the most merch available. We have T-shirts, bath bombs, fanny packs, pins. Vasectomies. My mother is over there working my nerves, so I'm selling her.
How do you make the decisions of what to sell?
I just feel like sell it all.
Just what
And
you want?
what
But,
sells the
why
most?
a fanny pack?
Right.
Why a fanny pack? Did
Why
someone
not
come-
a fanny?
Fanny packs are back.
I know.
Fanny packs are very in right
Without
now.
irony.
Fanny
It's
packs
true.
are in, and I think I have a collection of fanny packs. I'm like
Do you have the new Chanel fanny pack?
which one?
Oh!
Aha, thank you for that. Yeah, I have a ton of fanny packs, so I feel like it's me. My
Yes.
brand. It's the 80s. It's whatever.
When
And plus, you
we-
can keep a lot of drugs in there.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's a family.
Oh, no!
Detox, it's
Marijuana. That's the rap on Detox. Bye.
Your name is Detox when you think about
It's
it.
lovely
Kinda
to see you,
makes
darling.
sense. Now, Detox, when we first met, when you were first in the show, you were considered an LA queen, right? You were local. You were big on the scene.
She's been around since the
You
dawn of
are
creation.
now international, obviously, but you call your home.
I now call my home Chicago.
Why is that?
Because I wanted to be close to my family. And also property value there is so much cheaper. I have a mansion. I have an indoor underground pool, jacuzzi, sauna, 3 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, mirrors on the ceilings and all the walls. It's like
Really?
it's like a disco palace that cost me a fraction of the price that I would have paid here. And I'm right across the street from my sister. My brother's there. And it's time for me to put roots down. You know, I've worked my ass off to get to where I am, and thank you to the experience that is RuPaul's Drag Race that has allowed me that opportunity, and now I'm able to be an adult.
What's the biggest difference from, now you travel all around, so you're not bored or anything, but like, what's the difference between living in LA and living in, are you in the city or in the suburbs?
I'm in the suburbs. I'm in the first suburb north of Chicago.
Yeah.
Which is nice because it's and even when I was in LA, I was in the Valley, so it's like I was close enough to everything but far away from the circus.
To have a
it's
little
nice
perspective.
to like, yeah, it's nice to.
And the north side is nice, isn't it?
It is. It's
Yes,
very nice.
uh-huh.
Do your neighbors know that they're living next to a drag queen?
I think they have an idea now. Because they realized when I was like moving all the stuff in, they were like, what are all these dresses? Why is this man coming out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon with a wig cap on and a full beat face?
We're everywhere.
Right.
Drag is
We're taking
everywhere.
over. We're taking over. And that's what we want to do, especially in this climate right now. Like we have to.
Yes.
If anything, we have to be louder and prouder, especially now. So even if you're not one of us, pretend that you are.
Yeah.
If you're an ally, pretend that you are.
I think after DragCon, you should have like a yard sale in front of your house and just have people drop by. and
It's
pick up-
happening. Once I actually settle and once I can unpack everything and hide my expensive shit that I want to archive, I'll have a huge garage sale.
RuPaul said on your season of All Stars that he thought that you were the one queen that could have your own fashion line. Would you ever consider pursuing that?
Absolutely. It's a dream of mine. And maybe not even like a fashion line, but an artistic director, some kind of, you know.
Well, you know,
'cause it's a lot to have and it takes a lot of money and it takes a lot of
get it.
commitment. And
Mhm.
honestly, at this time in my life, I don't have that much time.
Right.
To
But you know, I
you.
do.
Yeah.
I find myself thinking about your style all the time.
Oh, me too.
I literally scroll through your Instagrams and everything,
Uh-huh.
and I just study it, and I just think like you're pulling from so many different places. I'm always fascinated by the looks that you come up with.
Well, thank you. And you were always a huge inspiration of mine when I was younger. Like it's true. I grew up and I was privileged enough to have people in my life that were around at that time and who made me privy of the information and the inspiration and the artistry that was going on in the mid to late 80s and the early 90s. And I've always been infatuated and inspired by that. And I always contribute that to a lot of my aesthetic.
I love
you.
though that you take that freedom and that joy, but then there's like a polish and a refinement to it that I don't think that we ever had, and that's why that.
And I don't even think that I have it. I'm just trying to do the best that I can with what I have.
James, you're too modest, because when I remember seeing you dressed as a slice of pizza, and it was very impressive.
Well, yes, there were some things.
He was delicious.
Can I notice this one detail? Because I work on Drag Race, but I'm often in the booth watching through the monitor, enjoying the illusion up close. Still beautiful. You're wearing nylon gloves.
I am. This is the first time I've actually worn these.
With bejeweled fingernails.
I'm sure that you guys have all seen these now. They're very, very popular. It's the first time I've ever worn gloves. Usually I have acrylic nails, but I didn't have time to go get. It's been a busy week.
I feel like-
DragCon is crazy.
Yes.
People don't understand how much work it goes in to putting an event on like this.
How many booths did you get? How many?
We have 6 booths over there.
Is that insane?
We put them all together. It's a whole. We like a detox experience. And I kind of attribute my first DragCon with making everyone step it up a little bit. We always wanted to be a little bit extra, and now everyone's very extra, and I love it. It's like.
I heard
great.
that Milk has 10 booths and he's not even selling any merchandise. And it's all just it's like an artistic
Well, would she
experience.
ever anyways? Oh, that's what you guys came here for.
Detox,
That's what you
detox.
came here for.
The shade of it all.
No, but I mean, she and I had a conversation about that in New York a couple weeks ago about her idea of that and about it being like basically an art installation.
Yeah.
Which I think is awesome because
I
that's
think it's great.
completely what this entire experience is
Yeah.
for people who are not familiar with our community and what Drag Race has done for the world of pop culture and for the world of the LGBTQI community. It kind of is like its own art installation in a weird pop culture bubble. So
Now
good for her to like,
It
jump
is
on
what
that,
it
jump
is,
like
yeah.
that,
You talk about putting down roots. Do you like life on the road? And what's the sort of the best thing about it? I guess also what's the worst thing about it?
I love life on the road I love it because I'm an artist and it's an amazing experience to be able to make a living off of being an artist and being alive while doing that. Like that's a very rare opportunity.
And connecting with
Connecting with people
yeah.
and I'm gonna get emotional. I won't ever know and be able to express properly how much it means to me to be able to have that opportunity. But also, though, I think at the same time, the worst part about it is
you're constantly on the road and you're with strangers every night who adore you, who love you, who show you all this love, and then you go back to the hotel room at the end of the night and then you're alone by yourself without your family close by, and you never know when you're going to see them. And it's daunting and it's very taxing and it's very trying, but it's also it connects you to yourself, and it's a very spiritual experience, and it makes you closer to people like you guys who support us, and you guys become our family because that's who we see all the time on the road at multiple gigs. And it's I look so much forward to doing events like this because my whole family is over there working my booth right now. My mother, my sister, all of my friends and family are over there working my booth, and then I come to see you guys, and I've seen you guys and I've met you guys so many times, and it's an amazing experience to combine those two things together. We're all interwoven together. We're a big puzzle, and I can't thank you enough and be more appreciative of the fact that from this opportunity that it's really changed our community and changed our world and changed pop culture. It's such a privilege to be a part of.
An exclusive here in the Wow Report, Detox is just a big softie after all.
It's true. I'm like
right?
crying right now.
Aww, we love you, Detox.
I love you guys so much.
Can I just thank one person that we've not purposely, but can we just thank RuPaul, Mother, for giving us RuPaul's DragCon?
It's insane.
And one of the other things, and this is an art installation, but it's also, RuPaul has said for years that every time he bats his false eyelashes, he's making a political statement. And also part of DragCon was Billy Eichner is here with Glam Up the midterm elections.
It is so important to vote.
And I look around and I think this is a political statement that we're all making. This is like a
100%.
freedom march in 8-inch stiletto heels. So thank you all for being here. Remember to vote in the midterm so we can all have our freedom to express ourselves like this, right? Our constitutional right to live fiercely.
Yes, you have to.
Well, that's all we have time for today. Thank you, Detox, for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you all the queens of
Yes.
RuPaul's DragCon. Thank you, James St. James. Thank you, Tom Campbell. And
don't forget to go out and do something.
At same time, same place next week. Until then, go out and do something that makes the world go
wow! The Wow Report, get it?